What's good, party people? This is According to Woods, and I have the honor and pleasure of talking to an upcoming mixed martial artist. That is the one and only Branlon Williamson. Branlon, how are you doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing okay. How you doing, sir?
Great, great. Well, obviously, it's a lot later, a couple hours later where you are. So again, we really appreciate you taking the time to kind of, you know, talk shop with us, right?
No, I appreciate you.
Ah, man, the pleasure's all mine. So I kind of want to get into it. What, like, how did you get started in combat sports?
When I first was in the military, I had took up like some new jujitsu classes, and then I started I still don't really like jujitsu for real, but it's part of MMA, so you have to do it. So I had got a little bit into it, and as far as like fighting wise, being from the hood and all that other stuff, you fight all the time, so. It's kind of fun for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like for other people, it's a little strenuous, but to me, it's fun.
Now it's crazy. So obviously, there's nothing bad about like street fighting because we're seeing like Jorge Masvidal, where Kimbo Slice went on his career, even Dada 5000. When in their respective careers, the genesis of those, in their kind of marketplace in mixed martial arts came from street fighting. So
Right.
there's nothing wrong with that. If you like wrestling, the Hardy Boys started out doing backyard wrestling, and now they're top stars and legends, right?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
sometimes humble beginnings, that's not a bad thing, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Now, obviously, you're you're doing what you can to make by to make your place as a young man in the world and your community and everything like that, and trying to prove to not just you but like your community at large that, like, hey, I'm I'm strong, I'm tough, I'm whatever, but when did it switch from just being like the street fighting aspect of it to like, I'm gonna, maybe I got something in these hands, maybe I got something in some, like I rolled some dude, right? So like
Yeah.
maybe I'll take a jiu-jitsu class and learn how to properly sweep. Like, where did that watershed moment come for you?
I was in the gym one time and we was sparring and stuff like that, and it's like when like I hadn't really been like training nothing like that. Mostly like I was just going off of what I knew, and then like I kind of hit the guy to the body, and he was like, "Oh," I was like, "Uh." He's like, "Yeah." Then like afterwards we got done. He's like, "Yeah, bro, you got some power." I was like, I wasn't even really thinking like that. I was like, I was just fighting. I didn't really know.
No, that's pretty amazing because and that's what I love, doing stuff like this. Like, we all kind of, at different aspects, are involved in combat sports in one form or fashion. Me doing interviews and podcasts, you as the fighter, your coaches, what they put into the gym, what your opponents' coaches put into the gym, what your opponents, put into the gym themselves, and it's just
Right.
like this collective that comes together on fight night that is uniquely special. But that's one of the things. Like, some people, they're high school wrestlers, NCAA wrestlers. There's kids that were training in Taekwondo, whatever. And then there's some people that they just have it, like, like they
Right.
just have it, and those are the things that you know kind of sets people apart. Like having some sort of natural ability and then just kind of sharpening it and
Sharpening the
smoothing it
tools.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. I think like my biggest aspect is my heart though. Like man, you got to damn near kill me, bro. You got to damn near kill me. It's like I'm not going out. I'm not an easy fight for nobody. I don't care who you are. I'm not an easy fight for nobody. So
I think it's brilliant, though. Um, because again, you could have been like, first day in the gym. I know me. I was like, I saw my hands wasn't great. Saw my grappling or lack thereof, and I was just like, probably not. No, not at all. And especially the first time, like I did a little bit of grappling at another gym, but then and in Bakersfield, which is in Central California,
Right.
did like 6 months there under like a husband and wife, John Jock Machado, black belts, both of them black belts under John Jock. Yeah, crazy, right? Never strike. I mean, even growing up in Inglewood, sounding like this, didn't really have too much of a striking game, one
Right.
iota, right? So, and then get to Fight Academy under Savant Young, right, and Heinrich Wasmer, and
Wow.
I mean, literally the first day that they like I did any sort of striking, I'm paired with James the Beast Wilson, who's
Wow.
yes, his knockout reel is like 6 minutes
Yeah,
long,
6 minutes long.
and
Yeah, it's long.
yeah, and he's all like, he's teaching me, and I'm not getting it. Like I've got two left feet, I'm trying to figure it out, and he's all like, "All right, you got it. Hit me harder." And I'm all like, "Hit me harder." No,
I don't want to. I don't want
no.
to.
It's like Fleet Brown. Ain't nobody got time for that. Shoot. I was like, I don't know what are we doing, but yeah, but I mean, those aspects of it, I kind of went the route like, I mean, not on that level, but like the Joe Rogan kind of methodology. Like if I'm gonna talk about this stuff, I want to be in there, and
You want to go
experience what
through.
you
You want to
guys.
go through what they're going through as well. I understand.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah. It's nothing like feeling it yourself. It's definitely no feeling like doing it yourself. It's definitely not because
absolutely.
you can sit up and watch people fight and you be like this. Like my thing is like still is like I like I believe a lot of people are pussy, so I'd be like, yeah, he like a pussy, he like a pussy. But I feel
Yeah,
like a pussy myself because I wasn't doing it myself, so I had to get into it and do it myself too.
absolutely. And I mean, so to it, Everett Richard Osmer says, I'm a huge fan of you. So there you go. And shout out to Everett for hooking this up.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
big shout out
Good
to him.
to, so, and he's asking, how did you get your start in MMA? So you talked about the gym, but like, was there a watershed moment where you're like, hey, maybe there's something to this? Like maybe I could be something in this.
Um, I had came back and I started training at well, I had came back to Alabama and I started training under the tutelage of Chet Blaylock, and I was down there and like my very first like week there. You know what I'm saying? I get in there and he's like, yeah, you got to hit the bag. So I'm in there hitting the bag and like I said, I was still real raw on striking and all that little stuff, but I had like a I had like a little you could just say I was like talented on it, because like I
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of knew how to strike out already, but like not the proper way, but I just knew how to strike and I had power. So he looking at me doing it, he's like, yeah, he pretty good. And then like my third day, I'm sparring with a pro, and like he's not taking it easy. He's not taking it easy.
Wow.
And then like and at like after the sparring match, like I'm like, damn, man, I ain't got my ass beat. So like you as a person, you beat yourself up a lot. So I'm like, man, he done fucked me up. So like afterwards, like my trainer, he's like, yeah, you did pretty good. So I'm like, hey, he just fucked me up. And then like so like right after though, like as it going, because like I'm a big Floyd Mayweather fan, so I was doing like the shoulder roll and all that little stuff. So like my trainer, well the pro, um, Chet was telling me, he was like, yeah, stop doing the shoulder roll like Floyd like that. You can't do that. But then but like I said, the pro who I was sparring, he's like, hey, you're pretty good because I'm not hitting them for real, for real. And I was like, no, you hit me more than what you think you hitting me. You knocking the shit out of me. But it was fun though. Like, so like after that though, I came back. I was coming back every day. Like, beat me up, bucket. Beat me up. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna learn something every day. Every time you beat me up, I'm gonna learn something. I'm gonna learn something. I need to keep my hand up this time. Maybe I need to duck this time. Maybe I just need to move this time. So yeah, I'm still coming along, trying to get better every day. Taking my craft a lot more serious. Like I like the striking aspect of it more than anything. I rather you knock me the fuck out than try to take me to the ground. That that's just me personally. I can't speak for everybody else, but me personally, I'd rather you knock me the fuck out than just try to take me to the ground.
I mean, it's worked really well, that same methodology for many, world champions. And I mean, even, none other than, and I love bringing it up, but like Pat Barry, right? World
Yeah.
class striker, top 10 in the UFC. And he got tired of getting taken down. And he was just like, I'm retired from MMA. I'm going to go to glory. Now, obviously, he's the fiance and head coach of one, former strawweight champion, Rose Namajunas,
Bro,
and what
never
have you.
is,
So,
yeah.
yeah, but I mean, sometimes it's just like those happen where like, oh man, I'm a striker, but I don't like grappling, or like, heck, if you could take a grappler and of a wrestling or a judo or catch wrestling or what have you, and then give them a little bit of hands, a couple combos here and
Oh
there,
yeah. Oh yeah.
you know,
It definitely like both aspects changed the way of the fight. Cause like it just like how some people say, they be like I had one coach tell me, he was like, yeah, 80% of the fights end up on the ground. And then like my coach said, he said, yeah, but 100% of them start off standing. So
yeah. So I mean, that's a. I mean, because obviously, the dynamic, right? The relationship of your coach, your team, and you as a fighter, and how you mesh well with that. I mean, that's again when people look at like combat sports, whether it be boxing or MMA or even like collegiate freestyle, amateur Greco-Roman wrestling, right? There's just one person, one man, one woman, kind of doing their thing, but they don't see the hours and hours of training with the team, right? And how
yeah,
just like one little thing, good, bad, or indifferent, can either set people into the next stratosphere, or like send them crumbling down to flames, So, I mean,
yeah.
how good is the dynamic at your gym?
Oh man, I love my coach. Like I love my coach, Jeff Powell. Like that's his name, Jeff Powell. I call him JP, but his name is Jeff Powell. He has a gym down here in Henniger, Alabama called PMAC, Powell's Martial Arts. Yeah, Powell's Martial Arts. That's what his at. It's in Henniger. And I love him to death, bro. Like how he does fighters is like I feel like every trainer should do. Like he doesn't try to force you to do something that you're not comfortable with. Like eventually we'll get to that point, but he wants to focus what you're good at, you know. So we'll build from whatever you're good at. So we're gonna start from where you're at. Boom, we're gonna make you better at what you do and make it better. You know, like I love that about him.
Absolutely. I mean, that's amazing, and that's what I love, right? In terms of everywhere, right? Everywhere, every corner, because most people think, oh, you go to Japan and you become an elite fighter. You go to Southern California, you go to Brazil or whatever, but like everywhere, and that's how crazy this sport has grown. At any point in the world, every part of every country in the world, right? You've got like the budding stars of what will be the next phase of what the sport is,
Right,
coming out of every gym everywhere. It's amazing.
right. Like the thing that I love about it so much is like it doesn't matter where you come from. It's all about you for real. Like you and your team. It's all about you and your team. Like if y'all push each other every day, you're gonna get better every day. No doubt about it. And like this sport is gonna take you as far as you train. Well, I ain't gonna even say as far as you train. As far as you put the work into it, that's how far it's gonna take you. If you sitting there grinding all the time, and it'll pay off for you. You know, like at least that's my feeling towards it. You know.
Well, I mean, it's been working so far, So, and obviously, it's gonna improve and improve. But like for right now, and that's what a lot of people or a lot of fighters can do at times, right? Or they're like, they will forget or almost like leave to the side of, what got them to the dance, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, they're an amazing striker, and then they grapple and they lose the bit of striking. There's no bad thing about like leveling up in
No,
anything you
definitely
do.
not. Definitely not.
Right.
Definitely not. Because like that's just like with my coach. Like he's like, I know you don't really like it, but you need to get better at the jujitsu and the grappling aspect. You know, and I completely agree. It's just sometimes I'm stubborn within my own self, and it's not like I'm totally denying it, but I still want to become a better striker. Like regardless of the fact, I still want to become a better striker. because
Yeah,
it,
no, I mean, but it's, I mean, it's been working, and it's where you feel comfortable, right?
yes, it's exactly where I feel comfortable. And
I think that's okay.
like with me, with me, I have a few different styles, so you kind of like don't know what I'm gonna do. I could dance around, move around, I can pressure you, I can get all in your chest. I got a few different styles of striking, so like I still have like a whole lot more growing to do in the striking aspect of it. So like I feel like I still need to focus more on the striking aspect as well as teeter in the other aspects as well, but I still feel like I got a whole lot more to go in the striking aspect.
I love it. I love it. And that's the thing about it is like, yes, level up and figure out what the next step is, but also, you still have to. It's a duality, right? Learning
Yeah,
new aspects of the game, but then at the very same time is also, while you're learning this thing over here, you have to come in and go, hey, there's this thing that I'm already great at, or at least decent enough, and I'm going to
right.
sharpen that too. So you've got like this thing happen. It's almost like a teeter totter.
It's prime example is Khabib. Like Khabib, he's not the greatest striker, but he can ground and pound the shit at you. He can ground and pound the shit at you. So like sometimes it has to do with your will. I'm one of those fighters. I come in and try to break you mentally, physically, and emotionally. I'm a different type of fighter. I love the contact. I used to play football and all that stuff, so I love contact. Like you hitting me, that excites me. I get to laugh and I get to smile, and I really get to having fun when you hit me. But if you're not hitting me, okay, cool. I'm move around, try to make you miss. I want it to be a good fight, regardless. I love it, just like with anything. I love to see a good fight. I love to see a good fight. I don't care if it's the main card or it's the smallest card. I like to see a good fight.
I think that's awesome. That's awesome. And I mean, that's almost like, kind of a throwback to, the mixed martial. I mean, it wasn't even like MMA. MMA didn't even exist, at least the terminology didn't exist
Yeah,
until 2007, back
right.
before in the, I mean, my goodness, you're in Alabama. That has a very special place in mixed martial arts history because when New York State, you know, basically outlawed MMA. The UFC was scrambling and whatever, and Dothan, Alabama,
Both in
is the
Alabama took it
only
in. Yes,
place.
right.
Right, it was the only place that was like, yeah, come on down.
Yeah,
On like what 6 or 7 days notice, they went down to
yeah,
Dothan. You know,
man. Like down here, we like I said, it's in Alabama. It's football or die for real, for real. Like nothing to ever take over football. Nothing like does. I don't care what you try to put out. It'll never overtake football in Alabama. Like Alabama, we live and breathe football. But fighting is real close. It's real close.
yeah,
And then and if
you gotta have
you're a
both.
good enough fighter, you can generate numbers. I'm pretty sure that if you're a good enough fighter, you can generate the numbers.
Absolutely, and you got to have both, right? I mean, and those strike. I mean, my goodness, you've got guys like Robbie Lawler. You've got, like, of course, they're very skilled and technical strikers and everything. But I
Right.
mean, like, a punch from, Robbie Lawler or Francis Ngannou, you go night night.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah. You're going to night night. You're going to night night. If they clip you, it's night night.
yeah. Now, I mean, what has been some of your favorite parts of like training? Because obviously there's a there's a lot of sacrifices that you guys make as fighters, training and your weight has to be on point, your skill set and whatever. But I mean, like, what has been the most enjoyable part of the whole process?
I love to spar. Like I said, I love to fight. So I like that's my favorite thing. Like if we could do without everything else and we only had to spar, I'd be good. I'm like, yeah, I love that. Like I was watching like James Tony, and like James Tony, he's like, I don't really like to hit the heavy bag or nothing like that. I just like to spar and I hit the pads. And I'm pretty much the same way. I really just spar. more than anything, because it's the one aspect that you truly get all your conditioning in and all that little stuff, because you're fighting. It's not you're doing this thing to get ready for fighting. You are fighting, and so it helps you calm down when you do fight a person. It helps you be more loose about it. You're not going in so tensed up. And you like, oh man, it's just like another day of sparring. But I love sparring. I love it. I love it. I spar with anybody.
That's I mean, that's cool because you need one of those. Somebody that puts in the mouth guard, bites hard, swing for the fences.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, every
and
gym's got them. You need
yeah.
those.
Nail head. I'm an old nail head.
It's brilliant. Now, obviously, I mean, right now, it's a weird, weird time in the world and society and everything like that. So, I mean, what is the status of like where you are in Alabama, and then like in regards to training? Like, have you been able to you know do any type of training at the gym, or is it more of like you just doing road work? Getting your runs, lifting whatever you can. Like, what has been the aspect of you staying ready?
No, we train every day where I'm at. Imagine we train every day. Like I train 5 to 6 days a week. Like Monday through Friday. Then Saturday I might get a private in. So I train pretty much like 5 to 6 days a week. Um, uh, as far as us in that aspect of like my teammates and all that little stuff. So like we get all our work in. Like as far as like me like doing like weights, I don't really like lift weights for the simple fact like I work a job, I work in a steel mill, and I pretty much lift steel all day. So it ain't really no sense to lift weights when you lifting steel all day, 9 hours a day.
Excellent. No, that's but again, this time more so than anything. The way that we as people, you guys specifically as fighters, you begin to adapt to kind of like the winds of change that are going on. That's going to probably position you, if you use it right, in a better position coming out of all of this stuff than when you came in.
Well, as a fighter, you have to adjust to anything and everything. Like that what makes you a fighter. You got to be able to adjust. It doesn't really matter. Like I'm a big fan of no excuses. Like I've had a lot of things that's been going on in my life, but it's no excuse. It really doesn't matter, because the person that you fighting, he got things that he's going on through too. So like your problems don't matter, his problems really don't matter. Only thing that matters is you go out there and you handle your business, and in that time, it's my escape. It's my escape.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to bring it up. So Cheddar323 says, coming over from Facebook, does he know how to lay pipe?
Huh?
I
Like
don't know. It just
what?
happened. That just happened. Just stuff that comes in the comments. I'm just saying. But shout out to Cheddar323 for watching. But
I appreciate it for watching.
uh, uh,
Yeah.
I believe the fifth. I'm just saying. Don't tell nobody. Uh,
Nah, but
oh, you said iron. Duh.
oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, then yeah, to that
Yeah.
extent. Okay,
10
yeah,
points, Cheddar. 10 points.
okay. Well, way to help us out. Way to help us out, because we were saying pause and all that little stuff then.
It's like Chillins I was watching. Chillins. Just saying. You're a modern day Mark Henry, is what Cheddar's saying. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I
Now,
got you.
yeah. Now, in terms of you know, away, right? I mean, my goodness, when you get into fight camp, it's 6, 8 weeks, sometimes longer, sometimes even shorter, right?
Yeah,
Uh, you know, dieting, training, all that jazz, right? Fight night
yeah.
happens, fight's over. Like, what is your go-to? Like, is there a song that you kind of get, out of the way? Is it like a favorite meal that you like to indulge in because you couldn't do it all fight camp? What is that?
Like as far as like me with cutting weight, my cut, I don't really have a hard cut because I walk around like close to the fight weight that I fight at right now. And like when I go pro, I'm gonna drop down to 145, but right now I'm fighting at 155. But I walk around like at 162, so I don't really be having a bad cut. It's basically all I got to do is get in the gym and sweat like crazy and just do my work, and mine's shed off like that. So as far as like the dieting thing, I really don't really be dieting too much. I'm probably like one of the worst people to ask about that because I actually don't have to diet that much because I lose it so quick, and then I still got a kind of fast metabolism. So
Well, kudos to you for still being in your 20s because I
no,
ate
I'm not.
everything. Oh no,
No, I'm 35.
you got better genes than I. I'm the same, whatever, and I'm like a russet potato sack. It's not good. I got the body of a god. It just happens to be Buddha, but you know. So, I mean, it could be worse. It could have been Vishnu, and I was born with 8 limbs and whatever, kind of Mortal Kombat Goro style. But I digress. I'm just saying.
So the thing is the body tap the body tap type definitely doesn't matter in this sport. It definitely doesn't matter because you got guys who don't look like nothing and they'll fuck you up. You got Daniel Cormier. I remember the old white guy Tank Abbott. He had
Thank
big
Abbott. Yes.
yeah, he had a big belly. He'd knock you the fuck out. So it doesn't really matter in this sport. Like you got Andre Illisandro. Yeah, like he's like a little thin. Like if you look at him, you're like he's nothing, and he'll fuck you up. So
Yep.
body type doesn't mean anything. That's just something that people look at and be like, oh, I think he's gonna win because like, nah, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But it's working, And again, those like, who asked John Jones to be born with those limbs, and whatever? He just
Well, he's
has it.
crazy,
You might as well work with it, right?
right? Oh, you got to use what you got to like my old coach used to say. You got to use what God gave you too. Now, God gave you some advantages that you just
Yeah.
have to take advantage of. So
Yeah.
you have to use your advantages as well.
Yeah, and to that ilk, Cheddar's like big country Roy Nelson, like
Yeah, oh yeah. He rub on his belly
big
afterwards
popular.
that he knocked somebody out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that dude's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm wondering
Exactly.
that uses none of it. Like,
A
this
lot
is
of them
in the
don't.
later
Like
part
a
of his
lot of them
career.
don't. Like my favorite fighter right now is Justin Gaethje. Like he's a fucking D1 wrestler. He never wrestles. Never wrestles.
Yes. Oh man, there's Aaron Pico is the same way. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're a world champion wrestler. Like, just do
Don't
that.
use. That's like damn, what's his name? Who damn, he down at 125 now. Damn, I can't think of his name. He fought Connor.
Cejudo? No,
Huh?
not
He fought
Cejudo.
Connor. No, he fought Connor, and Connor knocked him out with the one punch. He just stepped back on him. Damn, I
Oh,
can't think.
Aldo.
Aldo, yeah,
Yeah,
Jose Aldo.
Jose.
Jose Aldo used to leg kick the shit out of you. He barely even does it now. Like, see, like it's that's how the fight game goes. Like, you're morphing to other things. You find other things that you like more. But sometimes you got to go back to your bread and butter.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And just in terms of wrestlers that just do it, no other than 155 world champion Habib Nurmagomedov. I
That's
think,
all he does. That's
yeah,
all he does.
that's a
All he does.
monster. He's just a
Yeah,
rock.
I hate his style, but I respect the fuck out of it. I hate his style, but I respect the fuck out of it.
Habib is one of those. I mean, he's so scary. He's so scary. That's the one that you check under the bed for. Like look at what he did to Edson Barbosa. You might as well have called Habib the Undertaker because he stole Barbosa. I mean, Edson Barbosa, one of the most talented strikers in all of
Yeah,
MMA history, right? The
yeah,
knockout of Terry Adam, just like knocking stiff, right?
yeah,
But around like the second, third round of takedown after takedown after takedown, there was this point in Barbosa's eyes
Yeah.
where he's just like, there's nothing I can do. There's as close to helplessness that you could ever see in a person, in a
Right.
right.
That,
And
that's one of those things. It's like, like I haven't experienced that. Like, big, I, I, I just feel like you got to kill me. Like I'm always fight, always fight. Like you could be fucking me up, I'm still gonna fight. Like, but you know, I haven't seen people feel hopeless. You know, because like sometimes, like even when I'm in the gym, sometimes you get some guys like, especially like brand new guys who really don't know anything. Like I- I'm I'm an asshole, but I'm not an asshole at the to the extent because I be wanting like our gym to grow. So I'm not gonna pour it on them, but I wear them out in another way. I make you miss, and that's the most frustrating thing for them because all of a sudden you see they start putting their hands down. They, oh man, I can't get him. So it's a lot of things that can frustrate people.
absolutely. Which and shout out to Cheddar 323 because I first off I love your logo, good sir. That's so sick what you got going there. That's awesome. But what do you guys think of Chimaev, aka Khabib 2.0? I want to get your thoughts because I'm gonna definitely tell you how I feel about that challenge. But what do you feel about it?
Uh, I would never call no a person 2.0 because for the simple fact, like what Khabib doesn't do anything like really special. He just he wails on you with the same thing, the same thing, the same thing until you just fucking fuck it. I can't stop it. I'm tired. And like the other guy, he's a little different. He's a little different, but he's the same in the same aspect, but he's a little different. Like like Khabib will go for a single leg 7 times straight. Like who the fuck will go for a single leg 7 times straight? Like I missed it. Okay. After like the second or third time, you're like, fuck that. I'm gonna go for something else. No, Khabib is still going for you. Like that's it's different, bro. It's different. It's different.
Yeah, so for me, okay, so in terms of Fight Island, right? And let's just be real. The biggest stars out of Fight Island were all of those like Chechen, Russian, Eastern Bloc, kind of fighters and everything like that. But the biggest star of them all was Chimaev, right? Because
Yeah.
not two fights, two weight classes in less than 10 days, right? I mean, he made sure they do, right? But we have octagon jitters, whatever. And not only does he win fight inside, I mean, dismantle his opponent, but it's another fight less than 10 days later
Yeah.
in a
Like
different weight class. And does the
that's
exact
crazy.
same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
I love that guy.
I like him though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like him too though. I like him. But
Yeah,
I
dude.
ain't gonna lie.
I can't wait till it gets like like at Apex or something like that for them to bring him over because for me, a lot of people don't. I mean, it's weird to say, but like people doubt his drawing power. They're just like people just right. No, Habib is not like you see him the embeddings, right? You know,
Man,
he's
like
talking down the
James
street.
Cormier said it perfectly well. He's like, bro, like I was grappling with him and like this is a 55er and like when he grabbed me, I was like, whoa. He said,
Yeah,
and for Cormier to say that lets you know, like, so
no, 100%. Yeah, and uh, he said he made it look so effortless, and I couldn't
yeah,
agree with you more.
exactly. I
And
couldn't agree more.
those dudes weren't scrubs, right? The
No,
first
no,
fight, it was a debuter, right, that had just as much pressure or maybe not pressure or whatever as
right.
Kamzat had, and he dismantled him. And then again, the British gentleman too. Look at his knockout reel. That
Yeah,
dude is
yeah,
real as it gets, right? And Kamzat did the exact same thing. The only thing that was different was like literally 5 seconds in the gym. The time he finished the 1 10 minute, the 10
yeah. It's just a little fast.
yeah,
Yeah.
just 10 seconds. I was like, what are we doing? Yeah, so I love that dude. Like, I can't wait till like UFC 4 is out right now. I want UFC 5. I can play as Kamzat Chimaev and just take that multiple weight classes. Just, wow, it's in. It's in. Now, in terms of like fighters who influence, right? Um, who are some of your influences?
Um, I'm more of a like I look more towards like boxing and stuff like that for like my inspiration because like it's like more my style. So like I've been looking at a lot of older guys like real old time guys. Like I like the guy Jersey Joe Wilcox. I love his footwork.
Yeah,
Um, I love Joe Lewis. He just perfection with
yeah,
footwork. I like Julio Cesar Chavez. I love him.
Chavez Senior. Yep.
I love his pressure. I love how he coming at you with pressure. He just like breaks you down with the pressure. Of course, Floyd. You know, because hey, anybody else can say what they want, but in my opinion, he is the best. Like he doesn't have a weakness for real. For real, he doesn't really have a weakness. But as far as like other people, like I'm still influenced by Joe Lewis because I come from that line as well. The great Joe Lewis. I'm from that line. Chet Blaylock, he trained under Joe Lewis as well as my trainer Jeff Powell. He trained under Joe Lewis as well. So of course, so I'm under that tutelage as well. So of course, he's definitely an inspiration. As far as like MMA fighters right now, like I love the Diaz brothers. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love it. I love them. I love them. I love the Diaz brothers. Like I love the fact that they sit there and talk shit while they fight. Cause I'm the same type
Yeah.
fighter. I'm like, yeah, bitch, let's go. Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter, yo. Like you hitting me, okay, whatever. Boo, boo, boo. You got me now. Fuck that. You still gonna have to fight me. Yeah, let's go. I love the Diaz brothers. I love how violent Gates is. I love how violent he is.
Yes.
I love how violent he is. I love how unorthodox Tony Ferguson is. And I commend his condition. I commend like the guy doesn't get fucking tired, yo. Doesn't get fucking tired.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go for
uh,
it.
I like Boku and kickboxing too. I've been checking out a lot of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well,
so, like I watch a lot of people because like I said, I'm steady trying to get myself better. I'm steady trying to get myself better too. So I watch a lot of other fighters. I take I take some of the stuff they do and try to implement it in my style and try. I'm just trying to be the best fighter I can be for real.
no, I mean, those are amazing, amazing influences. I love it all, and Cheddar says, agreed, Diaz brothers are just different. I couldn't
Yeah,
agree with you more. And it was great. I've met both of them at different times. One was like at a local fight here in Cali because one of their fighters was on the card. Actually,
yeah.
this is the California State Amateur title, fought by
Okay.
Mayo, right? He's now in Baltimore. And she thinks that the DS got me insulted, right? So the first one, I, man, I still can't tell really. Like I know they're different, but I'm not sure which at what time because but
Yeah.
I met one at a fight the local fight, and I think Brooke was actually fighting that night for her to fell out. He was just there hanging out in the back, the dressing room and everything. Cool as all
Oh
hell.
yeah, they are. You can tell like they cool as fuck, yo. Like it's
Yeah,
just like they grew up fighting, so like they take it like serious and like and you're not gonna talk shit to them. Like they gonna say what they feel and you're gonna know it. It's not gonna be you're not gonna be oh do I think no if they don't like you they're gonna let you know. Like I love that because I'm that type of person. I'm like shit man fuck you I don't like you bro. I'm gonna show it to you. You gotta know it. It ain't gonna be no dispute. You ain't gonna be like, "Ah, I think he likes me. No, you're gonna know. I'm gonna tell you,
yeah.
like, I don't like you. I don't like you. And the way I act around you, I'm like, yeah, he don't like me.
Oh, 100%. So the way that I met the other one was actually one of my good near and dear friends, Blake Bulletproof Troop, former LFA title contender, not CXF, but Lights Out, Sean Merriman's promotion.
Yeah,
He was a title contender for the light heavyweight belt and was going to pre-COVID challenge for the heavyweight championship. He was competing in the high rollers Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition. And if you so high rollers essentially was, these calories, right? So
yeah, Of
there's that,
course.
right?
Yeah.
You get a little whatever. But the terms and conditions is like you have to smoke one with your opponent, so everything is cool. Then go out and roll, right? And it's an 8 man, like I think it was either 8 or 6 man tournament, whatever, right? So this is going on and whatever, and then he's doing like this like autograph signing together, and he was
I
like
bet.
right, and then like you open the door, wall of smoke, whatever. That's
It
how.
all came out.
And then I finally got it, and I've got the picture off the camera, but um, getting he was blazed, like he was like, whatever, and I was like, oh, he goes, oh man, like, what's up, how, whatever, uh, what's your name? I was like, Adam, like Aiden, like, Aiden. So I've got a picture of Nick Diaz from High Rollers, and it says Aiden to Aiden.
Hey, that's great though.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a point in history, so that's it. It's there, But I'll post it.
Right.
I'll post it. But yeah, I mean, they're great. I think they're great. And then Cheddar says, Stevenson, Bloomsden, do you implement any Muay Thai in your training?
Like, what does it mean by like Muay Thai? Because like kickboxing and Muay Thai are basically the same thing.
They can't be. I mean, one is more elbow, or the way you throw your elbows. I know Muay
Yeah,
Thai you can throw elbows,
that's
and
just
kickboxing you
like you
have
being able to throw an elbow. Like that's like I said, they're pretty much the same though. Because like if you get it, you have to be close in to throw an elbow.
Oh,
So
have you seen Ong Bak?
of course I seen. Of course
Okay.
I seen.
So
Yeah,
that dude
he's
was
diving with it
like
though.
20 feet, like whatever, jumps up on something, and bah! That
Yeah,
wasn't close.
that's
It's
also TV too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you jumping in the air that long and I see you. I'm not gonna stand there and just like, I wonder if this is gonna hurt. I'm gonna look at you like this, but let me go step out the way real quick.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, he's reading the question. So basically, I guess traditional Muay Thai is sort of like how Cowboy Cerrone, like the stances and you know, kind of like that wide stance.
Wide stances. Uh, like with the Muay Thai and you been in MMA, like the whole thing is like you're always susceptible to get taken to the ground. So everything has a catch-22 to it. Everything has a catch-22 to it. So yeah, in that sense, like I do some of the training, like the leg conditioning, like hitting shins on shins and sharpening up my sword and stuff like that. Yeah, of course, I do all that little stuff. And as far as like how we spar, yeah, it's sort of like a Muay Thai way because like the difference between Muay Thai and kickboxing for real is Muay Thai, they don't mind getting in the clinch. They will get in the clinch and fuck you up. Like
Yeah.
that's really the big difference between kickboxing and Muay Thai. Muay Thai, they don't mind doing the clinch. So I love the clinch too though because that's like I said, there's so many aspects to fighting and like the striking aspect of it. Like you can actually stop people from taking you to the ground depending on how good you are in the clinch. If you're real good in the clinch, you can't take me to the ground.
No, I agree 100%. That's it. But in terms of like the efficiency of elbows in MMA, like how they're getting trained. So I think it was like when Rafael dos Anjos was the champion, and he would go out to Thailand to do training, and he was training elbows like most people do punches. Like
Yeah.
this was his uppercut and whatever. And I was just like, what are we doing, right? And then, but enough, like Lionside came into like the LA Coliseum, right, and did the show. I've never seen like Muay Thai Like I've seen it on ESPN, like ESPN 8. It's not even usually whatever ESPN 8 or whatever. And uh, like you don't really, it's like watching baseball from home. Like you don't. So I'm ringside. Like what and whatever. I didn't realize how hard they kick because
Oh yeah,
yeah, you don't have to work on it.
no,
It's not, yeah. So you can commit like a woo, but
of course.
baseball back like a physical slugger up against a wet Persian rug. It's so and I'm just
Oh
like,
yeah,
woo.
it's conditioning you. Like you have to condition your body. This is one of the aspects of MMA I love because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not conditioning your body the correct way, you're not gonna last. Not gonna last.
100%. Yes, and that was thank you. But he said, that's a good answer. I understand where you're coming from. We understand where you come from, Peter. Dude, thank you. You're awesome. And thank you for
Yeah, yeah.
you are
I
awesome.
appreciate. I still appreciate him for clearing that land pipe thing too.
Absolutely. There you go. There you go. So, I mean, obviously, you're a natural 155, right? So, if we were playing, fantasy match, right? I know you have to think like the 155 division. This is the same division. You've got, you know, Ruby Lando Banana, Michael Johnson. This is just in the UFC. That's like you're talking Bellator, one championship, but we've got Vince Michelle, Miller, you got Stevie Ray, Bobby Green, uh, Scotty Holtzman. Like,
Oh, it's a deep division.
for anything, right? Like, what would be the dream match for
I would love to fight Gaethje.
Gaethje?
Yeah, I love how violent he is because I'm just as violent. I love it. Like, like, I- like, like nobody would really want to fight Gaethje. Like, he's not one of a fighter that you be like, yeah, I want to get in the ring with him. Yeah, let's get up. But I like to be a fighter, you can't be all the way right in the head, and I ain't all the way right in the head. So, but like, I would love to fight him, like, because it's gonna be an entertaining fight, no matter what. Like, because he's an exciting fighter, I'm an exciting fighter. It's gonna be a fight of the night fight, regardless.
I love it. I love that that was your pick because yeah, you've got so many. You've got Phil is retired. You got Cat Hook, Good Person, Dustin Poirier, Gaethje. You went like straight to the top. I love that. That's your vision and your commitment because you get that level to fight Gaethje. Gotta be 60. So the fact that you didn't walk away from that you went right into the lion's den. It's
Oh
still
yeah,
flat similar to the first with that question. So I love it. Yeah.
yeah. We sort of the same because like I remember his interview when he's finna go to fight Tony Ferguson. He's like, yeah, I want him to break my nose. I was like a lot of people like, yeah, that's crazy. And I was like, then he was like, but then he explained it. He's like, yeah, like my nostrils been messed up, so the UFC had to fix it for me for free. I'm like, okay, I understand that. But like the one aspect that I remember before, like it was like his first fight. He was fighting Michael Johnson,
Yes.
and Michael Johnson was like, I hope you're ready to die, and he was like, I'm ready to die, and I'm like, oh man, I am too. Like every time I go in there, I'll be hoping something like, let's get to that point. I feel like you're gonna kill me. Let's go. Now you got me amped up. And like, man, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not always right in the head, but I'm ready for death. So let's go. Let's go.
Absolutely, let's go. And again, Gaethje, like we're just seeing in the UFC, but I mean his fights. I mean, you got to remember he's a former World Series of Fighting champion.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
him. I think there's that run before between professional PFL, professional fighters league. In terms of like homegrown talent. Yeah, of course, that's where essentially, Rumble Johnson went to back together, challenge to see. But homegrown stars. You have like Casey and the Arnold Bright, like
Right.
those two were like athletes and you know ended up title contenders, and that just makes the profile of the World Series of Finals, National Fighters League, and you got $1 million tournament going on. Like, I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I, I also like Max Holloway too, though. I like Max Holloway too. I like how he switches and all that little stuff. I like the little techniques he got. Like I ain't gonna disrespect no fighter. I'm a fan of all fighters. No, I might not like all their styles, but I'm a fan of all fighters. I'm a fighter myself, and I respect every fighter. Some of them are pussies, but I respect all fighters. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Some of them are pussies. Like
Hey,
it's like in this sport, like a fan, like they don't know, so they're like, no, you gotta be, they step in their cage. Now some of them pussies, like all of them not really ready to go to, like like I said, I rather you knock me out. Every fighter don't rather be knocked out. They'll rather you. They'll rather take cheap way out. I'm not a quitter. Like on the way, like if you choking me, you're gonna have to black me out. I'm not gonna tap. You're gonna have to black me. Uh, it, if we get into a point and like you got like in an arm bar, unless you got it like really crazy and it's about to snap, that's the only way I'm gonna tap. But you gonna have to damn near snap it for me to tap. Like I don't have no quitting. I refuse to. Like my pride gets in the way. Like I remember in my last fight, dude had me in the choke, had it deep. I'm sitting there and I thought about it. I was like, I should quit. Oh, bitch, you a bitch. Oh, nah. Couldn't do that. Can't tap. Can't tap. You gotta sink it in a little bit deeper. Come on, man. You gotta black me out. You ain't blacking me out. I'm still breathing here. Uh,
that's but what the great Jack Holloway. It is what it is. So,
yeah.
oh, man, so this is so good. This is so good. But obviously, you know, you haven't. It's just a building stories. So, I mean, you are a front runner. You're, your community. So let's get some shout outs. Everybody and everybody. And yes, yeah, that's the one of my heart. So shout out to
Tell them appreciate you.
the words not out of my mouth. But let's get some shout outs. Everybody. We're talking stuff.
I want to shout out all my teammates: Sam McAlpin, Austin Higman, Caleb Pereira, Tyler Pereira, my coach Jeff Powell, my other coach Chet Blaylock. Rest in peace, Joe Lewis. I like to thank all the fans for even watching this. Like anybody who's trying to support me, want to support me, I appreciate everything. Uh, I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this, and I want to be great, and I hope y'all have a fun time watching me.
Dang right. I sure as hell. This is so much fun. We got to circle back again. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. But the many sides of you, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on my Facebook. My Facebook is Bran-nu Dickson. It's just something I came up with. I was just shooting the shit and just put it on there. I forgot my Snapchat. My Snapchat like Brandon / Will. I can't remember the number, but you can hit me up on Facebook. Up on Facebook, and I give you the Snapchat if you need that as well.
I'd say that's a fair trade. It's a pretty fair trade. Well, I mean, it's been an honor and a privilege. Like, you are awesome. I can't wait to see not just like what you do in the fight game, but just like you're a dynamic personality that can touch a lot of people with your story, your message, and everything. Like, so I mean, whatever it is, I can't wait to see what you're about to do and going to do. And Jenny says, I'm glad I'm someone with this life. You both. This is glad. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
and keep up the good work. And there's some cool stuff. I mean, I'll have it right here. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we've got none other than the War Master. So there you go. There's some music there. You can get that for you. Dickinson. So, good. Thank you, Connor. Thanks for all of you guys listening. Thank you. And this has been a cool Braylon Williams out.